How I love Jesus, oh, how I love Jesus, because he first loved me. You know that song? Let's sing. Oh, how I love Jesus, oh, how I love Jesus, oh, how I love Jesus, because he first loved me. No more music. Let's sing one last time. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Because he first loved me. I want to share a story with you all. It's one of my favorite stories of all. It is about my friend Daniel. And Daniel was a man who loved God. He prayed to God in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Daniel prayed to God in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Daniel prayed to God in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. And God absolutely loved that Daniel prayed to him in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. And you know what? The king at that time, King Darius, loved Daniel. Amen. He absolutely loved. It was something about Daniel that King Darius loved. He didn't understand it, but it was because Daniel had great favor with God because he prayed to God in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. But there were some men that was extremely jealous of Daniel because King Darius had put Daniel over the entire kingdom. Everybody had to answer to Daniel because of the favor that God had on Daniel, because Daniel prayed to God
in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening.
But each day, the men grew jealous of Daniel. So they ran to the king and told the king, "King, we need to make a law. We need to make a law that no man should pray to anybody but you." So what Daniel did, he continued to pray in his house. He prayed to God in the morning, in the afternoon,
and in the evening.
Y'all sound good. So how many times is that? That's 3 times a day. He prayed to God. And the men spied on him. And then they ran up to King Darius and told King Darius, "Your friend Daniel is praying to his God." King Darius grew sad because he made a law. And any person that broke his law had to go into the lion's den. So that particular day, Daniel was praying to God in the morning, in the afternoon. And the men picked him up and they drug him over to King Darius and told him, here's your friend Daniel. And he looked with sorrow in his eyes at his friend and said, send him to the lion's den. So the men picked him up, and King Darius told his friend one last thing: your God will take care of you. So Daniel went in peace. And with every step, I like that. Faith grew. With every step, he grew stronger. with every step, he grew wiser. In every step, he had understanding. In every step, he grew stronger. So when he found himself in the lion's den, because they said that the lions were hungry and they were ready to eat. But when they went when he took him into the lion's den and closed the door, boom! He stood there and he looked at the lions. And then he looked up. He looked up into the hills which cometh his help. And he understood that all of his help came from the Lord. So he then began to rock in peace. He then began to rock in strength. And his faith grew stronger. But all the night long, his friend, the king, fasted all night. He fasted all night and he worried all night. But his friend was in peace. His friend was in what?
Peace.
His friend had strength from the Lord and his faith grew stronger. So you know what happened to Daniel? Daniel got tired. And then he looked down and he saw those big lions. And guess what those lions were doing? They were, who said it? They were asleep. So you know what Daniel did? He fell asleep. And guess what he did to those lions? He used them for a mattress and a pillow. And Daniel went to sleep in the Lord. So the morning came and his friend, the king, was pacing all night. His friend was asleep. The angels protected his friend Daniel all night long. He called to his friend Daniel. Daniel was what?
Sleep.
He looked at him, woke up, stretched, and he looked to the hills from which cometh his help. Because all of his help, all of his strength, all of his peace comes from the Lord. He looked at his little friends and said, "See you later." And he walked out. I want you all to remember one thing. If you stay faithful to God, God will stay faithful to you. God will grant you favor. Right now you may not understand what faith and favor truly is, but all I want you to do is to continue to do what Daniel did, which was pray. And Daniel prayed in the morning, in the afternoon.
May go back to your seat.
I love Jesus.